One thing I will say is the American justice system is extremely unique. It obviously has its faults, it has its strengths and weaknesses. There's people in the justice system who get frustrated with it sometimes. There's detectives, there's attorneys, prosecutors, there's DAs, there's families who are denied closure because of the system. There's detectives, there's prosecutors, district attorneys, assistant district attorneys who get frustrated. Maybe someone was a murderer and they take a deal on maybe a robbery. Obviously they're still in trouble, but it fails to deny it denies the closure to the families of the victims. Maybe they take a deal that gives them life in prison because they cough up some other people who do other crimes, but it denies closure to the victim and the families of their victims. It frustrates those on the inside as well. And it's an imperfect system, just like anything. We as people don't have the ability to make perfect machines or perfect systems. Cars break down because we live in a world that wears things down. Nothing's perfect, nothing's perpetual. Things need tuning, servicing, updating. It's the way it is. Just like gravity. Eventually what comes up will come down. Cars break down, they get repaired, they die. You get a new car. But with the justice system, it's an interesting thing because obviously Renier was one of the cops that responded to that. I knew I was lured. I knew it when I was talking to him, when I was doing my own thing. I knew it. Obviously, I agreed to something that I knew was bogus, was made up, a lot of it. And obviously, he was also the one who charged me with breaking it, Cited. And I knew I was sent, that picture from the Bahamas. Do you know why I didn't say anything? Because when you have an officer like that, who obviously responds to that and fails to acknowledge and look at the abnormality of the situation, me pointing out the time it took, for the target bags, all that stuff, to get from Miller Hill down there, a cop that didn't have, the inclination or the motivation to want to see the other side of the situation, to me, that either shows, a lack of intellect, sophistication, and a drive to want to get to the truth, to protect and to serve, but also get to the whole truth, all the truth, not leave anything out to make it simpler and quicker. I'd be afraid that he'd just dismiss that, just like he'd dismiss, my concerns and the clear evidence and uncertainty and inconsistencies that were present at being lured to 30 East. When you have someone who is also there and charged you, to me, that person already has, a pattern of behavior that has almost become pervasive of jumping the gun, like a Wild Western from the 60s, shoot first, ask questions later. So to me, whatever I say, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's not going to fucking investigate it. The guy's going to do what he's going to do. It's the past. It's, what I've seen and witnessed and experienced. Why would I trust any different? I'm afraid. So, obviously, it's problematic. And that's obviously why, if I did do any investigating or sue, I'd probably have to hire a PI, save up for it, because I don't trust the feds. They're insiders. They'd say, Renier, anything fishy? No, nothing's fishy. We're cool. Nothing wrong. So I can't trust any of that. That gets back to the whole thing. I can only trust myself to deliver a satisfactory outcome when everybody else was rooting against me, attacking me, or trying to make me seem like I was crazy when I was admitted I was lured. So why?